Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at one of the most amazing bootleg comic books going these days, Birth of the Bat by Josh Simmons. A great satire send-up, take, underground look at Batman, which I love. It's hilarious because just looking, well, anyway, we'll get into it in a second. Please subscribe to my channel, hit like, I'm going to cue the intro and I'll be right back.
FitzTroytv. Comic book art critiques. Snark, pizza, and sarcastic ways. Representing geeky gaze. Sadie's comics rule the day. Hurry up and turn that page. Michael FitzTroy.
Alright, so here we are. Let's get into it. I love this for so many reasons. Artistically, it's amazing. It's definitely underground and sort of, I hate to use the word amateur, but it does not look like a, mainstream comic book. So it's independent, underground, sort of, homemade kind of feel to it. But artistically, it's amazing. It's so next level. It's gorgeous. I love this. There's such a dearth of amazing comic books from the comics I love and grew up on, the ones I normally cover. The reason I do so many old comic books, guys, is because there's just not that many great ones, or maybe my nostalgia for the old ones just clouds me. But anyway, definitely from the big two, meaning DC and Marvel. So to get the best Batman, you have to get a bootleg version. And I hate to say that because it's not like all Batman books coming out lately are bad. But props to Josh Simmons for this bootleg version. Hilarious. I don't know if he's getting his ass suit off or what. But I love this art. Like, it's so cool. It's so detailed. It's super artistic. I love Batman. His bat emblem is tattooed on his chest. And famously from the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, it was always such a hyper focus on the bat nipples. So we have bat nipples now, but they're not part of his costume. They're his actual nipples. Which reminds me, this video, or the content of this book is pretty mature readers. So if you're immature or you're triggered by that kind of stuff, or you just don't want to see it, I kindly invite you to peace out right now so you don't have to put up with it. All right, thanks. Have a good one. All right, so here we go. I love this. I mean, it's total bootleg. It's printed on this, like, super stark white paper that you think you'd get at, like, the neighborhood printing store or something like that. Like, it reminds me of the comic book I printed when I was, like, 12 years old, which I'll talk about some other time, I guess. Anyway, I just love it. The art is so great. It's amazing. I love all this detail in here and all the line work. And, he could have easily, like, cut a lot of corners and everything, but this cityscape is gorgeous. I think that this is a full-fledged cartoonist who just loves to draw, and I love that this is getting a lot of attention. It was covered by the Kayfabers, Jim Rugg and Ed Piskor. That's how I discovered it, and I started Googling my ass off because I wanted to get my hands on a copy because I just thought it was so amazing. And it's definitely a depressing and overly, I mean, you think that, the Dark Knight and stuff is grim and gritty. Well, this is grim and gritty, if not downright depressing. Albert instead of Alfred. As any good bootlegger knows, you have to change the name of the main players in order to, see, it's getting a little, R-rated here. But you have to change the name of the players in order to avoid being sued. I mean, it's a total parody, obviously, satire. If he was doing a whole series of this, then yes, sue his ass off. But otherwise, let us have this. I'm never letting my copy go. And I love Batman doing, like, the between the legs sort of towel dance with his cape. I mean, there are just moments, like, it's so dark and depressing on one hand, but it's hilarious and over the top at the same time. And like I said, the art is just gorgeous. Look at all these stalactite and mites et al. Just gorgeous. The hand lettering, perfection. I love this, like, Wayne Manor or whatever they're calling his mansion. And I have to say, on one hand, it's slightly disappointing, but on the other hand, I give him major props for not including the Joker or a Joker sort of archetype in here. We have, like, a penguin archetype instead. And no Robin. I wish there would have been a Robin. There's a lot of bat dong. It's funny, remember when Lee Bermejo and Brian Azzarello came out with that Batman book, and they had to, like, shadow out his wiener, and it was just, like, a huge thing. And there's a big bat wiener, and I'm sorry, once again, R-rated, but hey, it sort of adds to the like, you know you're reading an underground comic book when you see full frontal male nudity, because it just doesn't happen. But then you have that, and then you have, like, this crazy-ass shit happening all throughout the book. But then you just have these gorgeous, gorgeous, like, illustrations, like this beautiful, skyline and just landscape. It's just beautiful. All the little details. And like I said, it's definitely homespun. I mean, you can almost see this, like, in someone's notebook in high school, if it would have been in mine, perhaps. Maybe not this in-depth or detailed. And there are some really gross, cringy things that, ouch, happen in here. So I won't spoil it. Google it, find it, order it. The book you didn't know you needed, but it's out there. It's amazing. Josh Simmons, great cartoonist. One of the most, like, some of the best books of 2021 have been from independent underground publishers in my eyes. And I'm so happy to have discovered them. And I hope you discover them through this or other channels and seek this out and support. So, I mean, I feel like it's not, I mean, in a way it's making fun of Batman, but in another way it's a great tribute at the same time. So if you're a Batman fan, I think you would definitely enjoy it. So I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. I super appreciate it. Please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you some more soon. Thanks, guys.